नमस्कार। विज्ञान भवन से हमारे इस विशेष प्रसारण में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन एक्सपोर्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस FIEO के स्वर्ण जयंती के अवसर पर इस भव्य समारोह का आयोजन किया गया है, जिसमें माननीय राष्ट्रपति श्री प्रणब मुखर्जी इस वर्ष के निर्यात श्री और निर्यात बंधु पुरस्कार प्रदान करेंगे। इन पुरस्कारों की शुरुआत वर्ष 1995-96 में की गई थी। देश में एक्सपोर्टर्स को FIEO के ज़रिए निर्यात में बढ़ावा देने के लिए FIEO के लगभग 22,000 मेंबर हैं, जो ज़्यादातर MSME सेक्टर से हैं और निर्यात में लगभग 65% का योगदान करते हैं। The Federation of Indian Export Organizations, popularly known as FIEO, is the apex body of all export promotion organizations in India. Ever since it was set up by the Ministry of Commerce, Government of India in 1965, FIEO has been serving as a platform for promoting Indian trade with the world and also has been serving as a platform of interaction between exporters and policymakers. Thus, FIEO represents the Indian export promotion effort in its entirety. And we see many of the FIEO members and awardees who are present on this very prestigious occasion as FIEO celebrates its Golden Jubilee. In its effort to motivate exporters, FIEO instituted the Niryat Shree and Niryat Bandhu awards in the year 1995-96. The Niryat Shree award is given to export houses, one-star export house or star export house, two-star export house or trading house, three-star export house or star trading house, four-star export house or a premier trading house, five-star export house or multi-product groups, service providers, e-commerce exporters for their excellence in export performance, and Niryat Bandhu awards are given to banks or insurance companies for excellent support services rendered for the promotion of exports. Nominations in both categories are invited from members, and the same are shortlisted based on their export performance and incremental growth in exports. FIEO has offices located at various places all over India, including New Delhi, Kolkata, Ludhiana, Amritsar, Kochi, Coimbatore, Mumbai, Chennai, Bhubaneswar, Ranchi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kanpur, Jaipur, Indore, Guwahati, and Ahmedabad. And we see representatives from all across the country present here, waiting in anticipation for the arrival of the Hon'ble President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, for the Golden Jubilee Celebrations of FIEO and the conferring of the Niryat Shree and Niryat Bandhu awards. FIEO today has a membership base of over 21,000 members from all across the country, representing a wide cross-section of products and services. By streamlining its various processes, FIEO has achieved the status of ISO 9001-2008 certificate organization, which speaks of its objective to provide quality service in all its associates. illustrating vision and dedication, FIEO today has its own state-of-the-art office complex located in New Delhi, Niryat Bhavan. Spread in an area of 3,350 square meters, this complex has 5 floors with many conference rooms and auditoria to organize various events. But of course, for a function like today's, FIEO has chosen Vigyan Bhavan, the august plenary hall here, which at a function which will be presided by the Hon'ble President of India. To offer tangible benefits to its members, FIEO organizes various seminars, open houses in India to understand the issues and place them before the decision makers for their consideration, so as to create a trade-friendly environment at the domestic level, and participates in various international trade fairs and exhibitions to give thrust to exports and provide international exposure to Indian companies. Such international events are organized in line with various focus programs of the Department of Commerce, Government of India, to provide Indian exporters an opportunity to explore business linkages with their counterparts abroad. FIEO, through its website, provides 24/7 connectivity to its members. Besides providing business matchmaking facilities, the portal gives access to various other aspects of commerce. It also offers online chatting to clarify doubts of members with regard to policy and other matters pertaining to trade. The website also tells people how they can become members of FIEO by filling an online form. To establish global linkages, FIEO signs MOUs or Memoranda of Understanding with various global trade promotion organizations to boost bilateral trade by way of organizing events jointly. To establish global linkages and signing the MOUs, the management of FIEO also undertakes various kinds of programs to provide facilities for people who are interested in export. And this activity shows that the arrival of the Honorable President is now imminent. He is expected here in a few seconds. This is the 15th set of Niryat Shree and Niryat Bandhu awards as we see the arrival of the Honorable Prime Minister, President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee. The National Anthem.
Namaskar, good evening and swagatam. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege in requesting the Hon'ble President of India to kindly light the traditional lamp marking the auspicious beginning of the ceremony, please. I'd also like to request the Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries and other distinguished members on the stage to kindly join him in lighting of the lamp, please. The diya, when lit, emits light, derives energy. It is this very energy which is the life force which sustains us. Each wick being lit is passed from one to another, symbolizing the sharing of knowledge. Each wick being lit today is a prayer for global peace and solidarity. Thank you very much, Honorable President, and thank you very much, distinguished dignitaries on the stage. I now have the privilege in requesting Shri S.C. Ralhan, the President of FIEO, to kindly give his welcome speech, please.
Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji, Madam Rita Theotia, Commerce Secretary, Shri Untitled Bandhu, DGFT, other senior officials, diplomats, past presidents, and MC members of FIEO, exporter colleagues, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege for us to welcome the Honorable President of India for being with us today and making this day memorable. What better way to celebrate the occasion than being with a great visionary and reformer of our times. Honorable President, we are honored by your inspiring presence and seek your blessings. It is my privilege to welcome our dynamic Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry. Madam, we are thankful to you for initiating various measures to support exports in difficult times. And we continue to look forward to you for drawing a long roadmap for exports. I also welcome Madam Rita Theotia, Commerce Secretary, who has been a front runner in taking the exports consultations to the state level. Our first point to contact Shri Untitled Bandhu, DGFT, has always been receptive for exports, and we welcome you, sir. I also welcome and congratulate our two champions, the award winners, who have been able to record positive growth surpassing all challenges. Today is indeed a delightful and most satisfying moment for the Federation while presenting few awards coinciding with the Golden Jubilee Year of Service to exporters. Recounting FIEO's historical progress in the last 50 years is a daunting task. I can briefly say that the belief of the exporters and the Ministry of Commerce was instrumental in reaching this milestone. Today, though this platform, I convey our highest assurance to the Honourable Minister and our exporters that FIEO shall remain committed to the cause of the Indian exports. Our challenges are well known, and it is satisfying that the steps are being taken by the policymakers to address them. It is encouraging to note that India has emerged as the fastest growing economy in the world, and I am confident that once exports are back on growth path, we can clock double-digit growth. I once again acknowledge the gesture expressed by the Honourable President to give away these awards to encourage and motivate us. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful welcome speech. May I now request Shri S.C. Ralhan to present a shawl to the Honourable President of India, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vishwa Suman was a general cargo ship built in 1956 and sailed under the Indian flag. Presently, around 95% of India's trade by volume is transported by sea. And to acknowledge the importance of shipping in India's export, may I request Shri S.C. Ralhan to present a souvenir of the Vishwa Suman to the Honourable President of India, please. May I now request Shri Ralhan to present the souvenir of the Vishwa Suman to the Honourable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, please. May I request Shri Ramesh Agarwal, the Vice President of FIEO, to present the souvenir of Vishwa Suman to the respected Commerce Secretary, Srimati Rita Teotia, please. And I request Shri Ramesh Agarwal to also present the souvenir of the Vishwa Suman to Shri Anup Wadhawan, Director General of Foreign Trade, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us great pleasure and pride to present a coffee table book coinciding with FIEO's Golden Jubilee year. It's a great feeling to look back on the fruitful journey of FIEO over the last 5 decades. This book provides a bird's eye view of the last 50 years of Indian enterprise, innovation, and exports, a pleasant narrative and an assortment of photographs to capture India's remarkable growth story in the last 5 decades. May I now request the Honourable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji, to kindly release the coffee table book and present the first copy to the Honourable President of India. I'd also like to request the dignitaries present on the stage to kindly rise and join in the ceremony, please. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, to mark the Golden Jubilee celebrations, we present FIEO's evolution into the future with a new identity. It remains true to the spirit that FIEO has fostered over the past 5 decades. The colors of the newly designed logo are uniquely Indian and traditional in their outlook, whilst reflecting modernity. The triangles are the key building blocks, showing growth, direction, movement, as well as projecting new soaring heights. May I now request the Honourable President of India to kindly do the honours of launching the new FIEO logo, please. And please also join us in welcoming this new vibrant start for FIEO. Thank you very much indeed, Honorable President. I now have the privilege in requesting our distinguished Commerce Secretary, Srimati Rita Teotia, to kindly give a speech, please.
Respected Rashtrapati Ji, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, respected Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman Ji, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I'm indeed extremely happy to be here on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee Celebrations of FIEO. And I think that from the start and very small beginnings, the FIEO has grown in both stature, in terms of the range of expertise developed, the kind of services that are extended to exporters, and the kind of support that they are now able to extend to the industry and to exporters. With the Department of Commerce, from the outset, this has been a very fruitful collaboration. And we have worked together through events, through exhibitions, fairs, exim meets, but most importantly in analyzing the trends in the export and the measures to support and work together for the cause of exports from India. I think the most significant tool that we have developed in recent times has been the India Trade Portal, which was launched last year. This has provided a very robust tool in the hands of exporters to look at the exim trade country by country, to look at details in terms of the commodities being procured, in terms of the volumes of the trade country by country, rules of origin, SPS, TBT measures. So it has become, over the last 1 year, a very useful tool to which we keep adding elements with the new tender page, etc. There is a lot that is happening on the India Trade Portal. The government also, during the past year, has taken several initiatives to support the exporters. And I think most notably was the launch of the new Foreign Trade Policy 2015-20 in June of 2015. And the idea really is that to provide the policy clarity and provide the foundation for the exporting community to plan their business, to plan their activities and actions. The largest measure that the policy carried out was really to align the trade policy with the government's flagship programs, Make in India, Skill India. These are all reflected in the policy directions of the trade policy. The other important feature was the consolidation of a large number of scattered schemes under two umbrella programs of the goods exports from India as well as the services exports from India, MEIS and SEIS schemes. These two have created a common platform, and ensured that the level of coverage, the depth of coverage which we are able to extend has been much more amplified as a consequence of consolidation of these schemes. Apart from working through the NEIA scheme and the ECGC for the credit guarantees for exporters, the biggest effort perhaps has also come from the DGFT office in terms of simplification of their procedures, in terms of electronic enablement and linking the entire system with the customs software so that there is a seamless continuity across the services that the exporters can access. Our agenda also now is to support and augment the efforts towards the services export. And I would hope that FIEO in the years ahead concentrates also, apart from the goods exports, on the area of services exports from India, for which there is good potential in many of the countries. And linked to this, and linked to the agenda for the Skill India, is also the requirement to achieve the highest global standards, both in products and services. And I would urge the industry to address the issues of standards in these specific areas of your concern, and similarly in the areas of services. I believe that together that we can further the cause of exports from India and override. This has been a difficult year for industry, but I think that we are already beginning to see the growth, the level of trade decline has reduced, and we are certainly moving forward into the new year with a much more positive step and with much more positive directions. So I wish the very best to FIEO and to the members of the exporting community on this occasion, and I look forward to a productive year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege and indeed an honor in requesting the Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji, to kindly give her a speech, please.
Most respected and honorable President of India, dignitaries on the dais, all past presidents of FIEO, award-winning exporters, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a great honor and pleasure to have the Rashtrapati gracing our occasion, any occasion, particularly when it is something related with the Commerce Ministry. I say this particularly because, if I'm permitted, I seek your indulgence, Rashtrapati ji. In one of my conversations with the President, which is always very enriching, I heard him say, and I feel very honored, that of all the ministries that he's held the portfolios of, he's always found commerce most interesting and challenging. It's at once an humbling statement for me to hear it now that I'm occupying this much honored seat. But of course, his experience and his vision are nothing that anyone can match. But then, a president who's had that kind of a tenure, today being with us at a time when exporters need all your blessings and encouragement is just the right thing to happen for commerce, and therefore I'm doubly grateful, and I, on all your behalf, I absolutely acknowledge and give my sense of appreciation to the Rashtrapati for being with us. I compliment the FIEO on completing 50 years of distinguished service to India's export sector. In these 50 years of its existence, the FIEO has grown tremendously, and the sectoral spread across various export commodity groups and the extensiveness of its network and membership across the country is really praiseworthy. It is indeed creditable that FIEO has kept pace with the changing dynamics and sophistication of the international trade and has steadily enhanced its relevance as a major stakeholder in the area of international trade and as a valued partner and capacity storehouse for the government. With, of course, the changing times, FIEO, if I understand it right, has shifted its focus now to trade facilitation and capacity building, and also hand-holding for new and small entrepreneurs. FIEO today is actively partnering with states to focus on tapping export potentials and equipping them as partner with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry in this regard. These activities particularly are very relevant in very challenging current global environment. I will elaborate a bit on the scene. Exports have a very important role to play in our economic growth, and the contribution that this sector makes to employment generation is of utmost importance. And the export sector is also important medium to project India in overseas markets and as a source of quality products. Secretary rightly was referring to the need for bringing in standards from within the industry rather than for any one of us to impose it. Most often, when we have trade negotiations these days, it's not negotiations for tariffs, it's not negotiations for anything else, but it's a negotiation which is competing standards of produce, competing standards of processes, and therefore, today's world, the negotiations are more hinging on the standards that we can meet. And therefore, I would think industry should for themselves contemplate, and FIEO in that regard has a very important role to play moving forward. We have seen India's exports grow from about 18 billion US dollars in 1991 to over 310 billion in 14-15. However, the global trade has been somewhat stagnant over the last 5 years and in the recent months in a state of decline. The world trade growth average was 2.5% during 2012-14 before declining by about 13% in 2015, which also affected our exports in 2015-16 by a similar order. The decline in our exports has tended to taper off in recent months. We hope that the worst phase for Indian exports is over and we will move on to a positive growth path here onwards. The challenges, however, remain unabated. We have to face contracting Eurozone. The economies are hit by the softening of metal and commodity prices. However, the government is not sitting back and watching this development without doing much. It is doing a lot. We are trying to address the issues. The Secretary did refer to interest subvention schemes, the export performance related incentive schemes both for manufacturing and for services. We are continuously trying to interact with the industries so that we understand if there's anything else that which we can do quickly to restore some kind of a normalcy in this trying times. Our initiatives are being also given a helping hand by the Finance Ministry. Our challenges, other than that which is being faced by us in terms of contracting global demand, is again for the industry to do from within, for which we from the government can always extend a helping hand, is how is the industry readying itself to link with the global value chains? Are you in the process of recognizing that the world trade is no longer just in the final finished product, but in bits and pieces by everyone getting linked to a global value chain? So I would think the industry together with FIEO and the government will have to work on recognizing newer markets, recognizing the challenges which are there before us, to understand how quickly we can meet the two topmost challenges. One of meeting international standards and the other of linking ourselves with the global value chain. And with this said, I think the industry is fairly seized of all the dynamics of world trade developments. I wish the FIEO on this occasion of their 50th year and expect the FIEO and the industry to have this live contact with the Commerce Ministry. This government led by the Prime Minister is something which is waiting to hear from you, is willing to listen, willing to act, and I can assure you the best of support so that all of us can get over the trying times. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful address. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, the award presentation ceremony. I have the privilege in requesting the Hon'ble President of India to do the honors of presenting the prestigious Niryat Shree and the Niryat Bandhu awards, please. The first award, ladies and gentlemen, is the most valuable exporter of the last 50 years and the highest foreign exchange earner. The award goes to Reliance Industries Limited. RIL stood as India's largest exporter of petrochemicals and chemicals and plastics with a total export in 2014-15 of US $36.6 billion, contributing to 11.8% of the country's exports. Shri V. Balasubramaniam, the group president, receives the Gold Award for Reliance Industries Limited. In the category of Agriculture and Plantation Sector MSME, the gold goes to GS Exports. Shri Khushwant Jain, partner, will receive the award. The silver goes to Kishor Spices Company. Shri Kishor Shamji Kurwa, proprietor, receives the award. The bronze goes to Bola Surendra Kamath and Sons. Mr. Bola Rahul Kamath, partner, will receive the award. In the agriculture and plantation sector non-MSME category, the gold, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Hindustan Gum and Chemicals Limited. Shri V.K. Sharda, President, will receive the award. The silver goes to Olam Agro India Limited. Shri Sanjay Sacheti, Director and Country Head, receives the award. The bronze goes to Alana Sons Limited. Shri Fazal Qureshi, Director, receives the award. Chemicals, Drugs, Pharma and Allied Sector, MSME. The gold goes to Hindustan Mint and Agro Products Private Limited. Shri Phul Prakash, Managing Director, receives the award. The silver goes to Srinivasa Hair Industries. Mr. K.S. Gupta, partner, will receive the award. The bronze goes to Palvi Power Tech Sales Private Limited. Shri Himanshu Mehta, CEO, receives the award. Chemicals, Drugs, Pharma and Allied Sector non-MSME category. The gold goes to Reliance Industries Limited. Shri O.P. Hisaria, Senior Vice President, will receive the award. The silver goes to Serum Institute of India Limited. Mr. S.K. Behel, Director, Business and Regulatory Affairs, will receive the award. And the bronze goes to Walk Hard Limited. Shri Sanjeev Mehta, President, receives the award. Engineering and Electronics Sector, MSME. The gold goes to Gravita India Limited. Mr. Rajat Agarwal, Managing Director, will receive the award. The silver goes to PME Power Solutions India Limited. Mr. Nitin Gupta, Chief Financial Officer, will receive the award. The bronze goes to Jyoti Steel Industries. Shri Pankaj Chadda, partner, receives the award. In the engineering and electronics sector, non-MSME, the gold goes to Rites Limited. Shri Rajiv Mehrotra, Chairman and Managing Director, will receive the award. The silver goes to Mortex India. Shri Ayush Kyal, Director Exports, will receive the award. And the bronze goes to Graphite India Limited. Shri Anil Anand, Senior Executive, will receive the award. Gems and jewelry sector, non-MSME, the gold goes to Kiran Gems Private Limited. Mr. Babubhai Patel, Chairman, will receive the award. The silver goes to Gitanjali Gems Limited. Shri Sanjeev Agarwal will receive the award. The bronze goes to PC Jewelers Limited. Mr. Balram Garg, Managing Director and CEO, will receive the award. Leather and leather sector, MSME, the gold goes to Rama Overseas Limited. Shri Kishor Soni, Chairman, will receive the award. The silver goes to Supreme Overseas Exports India Private Limited. Shri M.S. Sriharsha, Managing Director, will receive the award. In the leather and leather sector, non-MSME, the gold goes to Superhouse Limited. Shri Zafarul Amin, Joint Managing Director, receives the award. The silver goes to Industrial Safety Products Private Limited. Shri Gopal Kumar Naredi, Chairman and Managing Director, receives the award. Residual sector not covered anywhere, MSME, the gold goes to Indian Hair Industries Private Limited. Shri Vanka Ravindranath, Managing Director, receives the award. The silver goes to Zenith Industrial Rubber Products Private Limited. Shri M.F. Vora, Chairman and Managing Director, receives the award. And the bronze goes to Man Aluminium Limited. Mr. Sandeep Verma, CEO, receives the award. Residual sector not covered anywhere, non-MSME, the gold goes to Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited. Shri H. Kumar, Managing Director, receives the award. The silver goes to Kanpur Plastipack Limited. Shri Shashank Agarwal, Director Technical, receives the award. The bronze goes to Deccan Overseas Private Limited. Shri Nitin Uttam Rao Patil, Managing Director, receives the award. Textile sector including RMG, made-ups, yarn, handicrafts and carpets, MSME. The gold goes to CL Gupta Exports Limited. Shri Ajay Gupta, Chairman, receives the award. The silver goes to Surya Carpet Private Limited. Mr. Surya Mani Tiwari, Managing Director, will receive the award. The bronze goes to Umaid Sizers. Shri Nemichand R. Malu receives the award. Textile sector including RMG, made-up yarns, handicrafts and carpets, non-MSME. The gold goes to Bhadresh Trading Corporation Limited. Mr. Bhadresh Mehta will receive the award. The silver award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Reliance Industries Limited. Shri O.P. Hisaria, Senior Vice President, will receive the award. The bronze goes to Vardhaman Textiles Limited. Mr. Neeraj Jain, Joint Managing Director, receives the award. In the e-commerce category, the gold goes to Gopali Arts Private Limited. Shri Gaurav Khandelwal will receive the award. The silver goes to Silver Organization. Shri Girdhari Agarwal will receive the award. E-commerce woman entrepreneur, the gold goes to Sanskriti India. Mrs. Jyoti Wadhwa will receive the award. IT services, the gold goes to Tata Consultancy Services. Mr. Debashish Ghosh, President, receives the award. In the category of service provider, the gold goes to Aker Power Gas Private Limited. Ms. Smriti Vijay, Chief Financial Officer, will receive the award. In the category of the Niryat Bandhu Awards, the gold goes to State Bank of India. Mr. V.K. Nagpal, DGM SBI, will receive the award. The Silver Award goes to Canara Bank. Shri Rakesh Sharma, Managing Director and CEO, receives the award. And the Bronze Award goes to Punjab National Bank. Mr. Nihal Ahad, the General Manager, will receive the award. I now have the privilege of calling upon stage the past presidents of FIEO who led FIEO during these 5 decades to receive their awards, please. Shri Ramu Deora. Please keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Shri Kishor K. Shah. Shri P.K. Shah. Shri Rafiq Ahmed. Shri O.P. Garg. Shri Ganesh Kumar Gupta. Shri A. Shaktivel. Thank you very much, Honorable President of India, for doing the honors. Let's give all the awardees a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and indeed an honor in requesting the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, to kindly give his address to the distinguished audience, please.
Good evening. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Srimati Rita Seutia, Commerce Secretary, C.S.C. Rahan, President, Federation of Indian Export Organization, Sri Anup Madhavan, DG Foreign Trade, other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished award winners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be amidst you this evening, and particularly when it is the function of an organization. I had the privilege of growing it from strength to strength before my very eyes over more than 4 decades. Almost equal time before that, I was also the Commerce Minister in the early 80s. And I have repeated the responsibility of that ministry either as Minister of Commerce along with certain other ministries, or after some time being called upon to discharge the responsibilities of the Commerce Ministry. That's why on another occasion I had the privilege of sharing my inner feelings with the distinguished Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, that whenever I come to attend the function of your ministry, I always feel a little bit nostalgic and go back to my days of the Commerce Ministry many, many decades ago. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the distinguished award winners, today when we are celebrating the completion of the 50th year of Federation of Indian Exports Organization, and many of the founders are present here, including my old friend Ramu Deoria, and many others. When we look back at the growth of the Indian economy, I feel this is a time which provides us tremendous opportunities, and it is equally a very serious challenge. In fact, there has been serious challenge to exporting community, and Indian exports have suffered considerably because the world economy since 2008-9 financial crisis did never recover completely, and the prospect of 2016 is also not very bright. In that context, we shall have to look at our performance, and if our GDP growth is at 7.6%, and as it is projected to be 7.7 and 7.9 in the coming years, we need not feel disappointed because India enjoys today the highest growth rate in the major economies of the world. Therefore, this growth momentum is definitely a strong positive signal. Certain other macroeconomic parameters clearly demonstrate the strength of our economy, such as food inflation is largely contained by very substantial supply management. Industrial sector, though it is under depression, but the recovery may be slow, has begun with a 2% growth in February this year. The government is firmly committed to uphold the healthy fiscal management. Fiscal deficit for 2015-16 was maintained at the budgeted level of 3.9%, and by targeting 3.5% in 2016-17, we are on course of achieving the fiscal consolidation. I am confident we would fully realize the growth potential of our economy. But what is more important is that the high growth should spread its benefit to all its citizens. It is therefore imperative that our domestic business environment promotes sustainable, stable, and inclusive growth which encompasses all sections of society. Ladies and gentlemen, the external sector is critical to the growth of any country, particularly in the context of globalizing economy. The global economic slowdown, by bringing down the global demand, has affected Indians' export. As I have mentioned earlier, it is a matter of some concern that our exports have been continuously decreasing since December 2014. Indian merchandise exports recorded $260 billion in 2015-16, constitute a decline of over 15%. However, the Indian service sectors were comparatively better, perhaps because of a recovery in our traditional export markets such as the United States and others. While the export sector remained bleak, there was some comfort brought about by the falling commodity prices globally. With a dwindling import bill, it resulted in a healthy current account deficit of 1.4% of GDP in the first 3 quarters of 2015-16. Yet, we must be concerned with the volume of trade taking place, as falling trade levels impact on economy, industrial growth, and employment opportunities. The volume of world trade is expected to remain sluggish even in 2016, growing at 2.8%. In a scenario such as this, we need to devise cohesive strategies of retaining our market share first and then increasing it. In this context, the government, through the foreign trade policy, has initiated a number of measures to promote export of goods and services, and I congratulate the government, particularly the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, headed by its dynamic minister. Globalization brings with it both opportunities and challenges. We must realign ourselves and our process to the changing dynamics to seize the opportunities and also address the challenges. The role of government is to provide an enabling ecosystem, but it is for all of you to put your weight on the ground. Foreign direct investment is an important indicator of the faith that overseas communities and particularly the investors repose in a country. It is therefore gratifying that FDI inflows into India increased by 42 billion US dollar during April-February 2015-16, an increase of 27.5% over the corresponding period previous year. This trend, especially in a climate of contracting worldwide investments, is welcome. The government stands firmly committed to an FDI policy and regime which is investor-friendly and which promotes investment, leading to increased manufacturing, job creation, and economic growth. The reorientation of the FDI policy in 15 sectors, such as raising the foreign investment level for some sectors, easing the conditions for others, and putting many of the automotive route for approval, is the correct steps forward. I am hopeful it shall help attract higher FDI in our economy. The global economy is finding it hard to restore pre-recession growth rates in the trade sector. The year 2015 is the fourth consecutive year when annual growth in the world merchandise trade stayed below 3%. Asia had contributed more than any other region in the recovery of the world trade after the financial crisis of 2008-9. However, the contribution of this region to world import volume growth declined last year as China and some other Asian economies slowed down. The exchange rate is an important factor in export competitiveness. However, in spite of rupee depreciation in 2015, there was no surge in the Indian exports because other currencies also depreciated against the dollar. Foreign producers whose exchange rates depreciated more became even more competitive with us. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the export sector is dynamic and affected by changes in the policy both at the domestic and international level. We therefore need to be innovative in our approach to capture markets with customized products in today's highly competitive world. Aggressive marketing, while important in itself, would need to be backed by impeccable quality control standards so as to create a sustainable demand for Indian products abroad. We need to focus on other important drivers of growth such as infrastructures, human capital, simplification of rules and procedures, improved access to finance. The micro, small and medium enterprises sectors of our economy is a major contributor to employment and exports. It is necessary to therefore have a focused approach in terms of procedures and banking solutions more suited to its unique needs. Efficient logistics is crucial to competitive exports. Around 95% of India's trade by volume and 68% in terms of value are transported by sea. It is important for exporting sector to have access to port facilities of international standards and better connectivity with the hinterland in order to reduce the turnaround time. The government has already initiated steps for promoting port-led development through Sagarmala project and integrating these ports with special economic zones, industrial parks, warehouses, logistics parks and transport corridors. I am confident that these steps we will see the full impact of these measures in the coming years. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to congratulate once again all the award winners. I am sure that the export sector will continue to contribute handsomely to the balanced socio-economic development of our country. I take this opportunity once again to compliment Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Dynamic Minister in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, for her initiative, drive in introducing a variety of measures for rejuvenating India's export sectors. Continuous dialogue with the stakeholders would definitely help the government in aligning its policies to external ground realities. I am confident that working together with innovation and dynamism, all of you will contribute to the making of a great nation that is India. FIEO has emerged as a strong institution in the past 50 years. I hope it will continue to serve the cause of the Indian exporting community with the same zeal, determination, dedication, and commitment. I once again wish all of you, the award winners, FIEO, and the entire exporting community the very best in all your future endeavors. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable President of India, for your most dynamic, motivating, and thought-provoking address. Thank you very much, sir. I now request Shri Ajay Sahai, the Director General and CEO of FIEO, to kindly propose a vote of thanks, please.
Honorable President of India, Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, respected Commerce Secretary, DGFT, officers from central government, members of the Diplomatic Corps, my illustrious past presidents, members of the Managing Committee, my colleagues in FIEO, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the most memorable day in the history of FIEO. The journey throughout the last 50 years have been quite eventful. We moved from a small room in Allahabad Bank building in Connaught Place to our state-of-art headquarters at Niryat Bhavan. We opened 17 offices in last 50 years, and our membership grew from 131 to over 22,000 in 2015-16, recording a compound annual growth rate of 10.8% over last 50 years. We are happy where we are, but we are not complacent. We want to move up the ladder. We want to benchmark with the best institutions, and it has to be an ongoing journey. The suggestions given by the Commerce Secretary, the Honorable Minister, and the President of India will be acted by FIEO in a very short time. We always endeavor to innovate, to upgrade, to value add our services to meet the aspiration of our members and serve the country. Let me assure you, when we meet 10 years from now to celebrate our Diamond Jubilee, we will be a much stronger and more relevant an organization. I'm extremely honored and privileged to have Honorable President of India at this occasion. Sir, your word of wisdom will always guide us. We are indebted to the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, who always supported the cause of exports through timely measures. We are thankful to the Commerce and Secretary, who always interacted with the stakeholders, and in fact, she has tried her level best to actively involve even the state government in facilitating exports. Let me thank DGFT, who has always supported us in our various endeavor. But this day really belongs to the award winners. You are the champions. You have showed that challenges can be converted into opportunities through grit, determination, and strategy. We all look forward to you for the road ahead, and the younger generation will look for inspiration, motivation from you. I'm very happy to be here with two of my most important stakeholders, my members and my employees. They have brought the organization to this level. I have no word to express my gratitude to them. All that I can say is thank you very much for being with us throughout this journey. Let me also thank all my sponsors who have added glitter to this function. Due to paucity of time, I would not be able to name them. And my thanks to print and electronic media, particularly the Doordarshan, for covering it live. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for proposing a vote of thanks. I'm sure it's been seconded by all of us here. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the national anthem, please.
On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of FIEO, the Hon'ble President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, conferring the Niryat Shree and Niryat Bandhu awards. For our team here at Doordarshan, it's been a pleasure bringing this program live from Vigyan Bhavan. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye. Namaskar.